I'm Lucas Torres, this is Sydney Blake, and this is our senior tribute show. And it's just going to be a recap of the year and what all the seniors want to do in the future and just stuff like that.
So, how was your senior year so far?
I mean, it kind of blew by very fast, and I
Mm-hmm.
think I could say confidently I really didn't do that much because that's what comes with the senior priority.
I don't think I will agree with that. I did a lot, and I was actually very stressed out, actually. I didn't enjoy my time as much as I thought I was going to. But, the end is near, so I'm just like, I need to walk across the stage.
I
That's where
mean,
I'm at.
hey, we got like 4 days left and then graduation, the 27th?
Yeah,
So we got a good amount of time to take a rest.
yeah. Where are you going to go after here?
I'm going to Manhattan College for mechanical engineering.
Nice, nice, nice.
And how about yourself?
I'm going to Hofstra University for chemistry.
Commuting?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, if I was going to be commuting, it would take me forever, and I'd rather not.
Speaking of commuting, I low-key need a car. Like, actually.
I mean, I think at this point it's part of the, senior struggle. Get a car, brakes, gas, get a job.
I have the job. I just don't have a license. Yeah, there's that.
Do you at least have a permit?
No.
What
I'm gonna take a bus.
Bus to school every day.
Yes.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. It's better than dorming.
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you like to introduce the two coming up?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so our first guests are gonna be the salutatorian Amin Shah and our valedictorian Margaret Catron. Woo! Hurry
There you go.
up. Okay, hello. So
Good morning to you guys.
Yeah.
Good morning to you as well. Is it still morning?
I don't
No, it's
know.
afternoon.
We're on
Afternoon.
senior timing.
That's fair.
Okay, so first question. What's your guys' favorite activity, I guess, outside of school? Or is it in school?
Margaret, you could go first.
Okay.
So outside of school, I like to do nothing. Genuinely.
That feels
Yeah.
pretty relatable. Go home, take a nap.
I just kind of sit there,
Oh,
simmer in the silence.
simmer in the silence.
Or I'll play Mobile Legends.
Is that are we sponsored?
No.
Oh, you could bleep that out, I guess.
Yeah.
And how about you? I mean,
I don't want to say nothing. I don't have a real hobby, but school's my hobby. But I guess that's why I'm here, which is a little sad.
so
But-
only school life.
Well, kind of. I like watching movies though.
Okay, so then what's your favorite movie?
I like one that probably I'd say Lord of the Rings, Return of the
Mm.
King.
I could get behind that. I'm more of sci-fi-ish, but I can understand it.
Or like Star Wars.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Star Wars
Star-
episode?
Phantom of the Menace.
Really? I've never heard anyone say that.
So, what memories have you gathered throughout your years here at Amityville?
Well, other than getting to know all the people I call my friends, I got to know a lot of influential educators like Mr. Grice and Mr. Chimino and many of my other teachers that I have currently and that I've had in years past. And I've learned how to basically, I guess, express myself better because of them, verbalize more adequately, I'd say, more ready for environment outside of this bubble of high school.
Yeah, I would agree with Amin. During my time, I've met a lot of great teachers, friends, and other faculty members within the district who have become part of my support system and have just helped me throughout the years. And they've been there through the good and the bad. And I've also had, most of my memories in high school have just been of me and my friends laughing at any strange or unfortunate thing that has happened with the school.
Yeah, that about sums it up, I think. Yeah.
So you guys were named salutatorian and valedictorian. So You guys could pick whoever goes first, but what does it mean to you to have such a prestigious title?
Well, since Val is first, I think Val should go first.
For me personally, it was a goal that I've been working towards since freshman year, so it means a lot to me, seeing as I was able to achieve a goal that I set for myself. But I don't know, it's very stressful. I think that's probably obvious. I mean, I don't know. I'm proud of myself, I guess, and I'm honored to be congratulated and like supported by the school and all my friends. And it's just nice to receive like recognition for like hard work.
Well, I should have been valedictorian, but since I'm not, I'm happy to be congratulated for some sort of title and recognition for my hard work. And kidding. And
No, he's not.
to me, it's just a title. I didn't really. That wasn't my purpose to become salutatorian. I didn't try to work for it. Like I worked to become a better student and better myself, and not for just the title of salutatorian. I appreciate the title, but I feel like the more valuable part is the experience that came with the work that came with getting to this point.
So, what are your future plans after high school?
Well, next year I'm enrolled at Wesleyan University. It's in Connecticut. So I'm gonna major in English and film. So I want to eventually become a professor, but that's a long time before that. So I don't know really what's gonna happen, but I hope that's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be success. I hope I'm gonna be successful in whatever I end up doing.
I'm enrolled at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute for Aerospace Engineering, it's upstate New York in Troy. So I'm gonna have to dorm, be away from everyone. But I'll come and visit, I guess. No, I will. I don't know. I'm hoping to work in the space industry, if that wasn't obvious. Hope I get a job. But if not, then I don't know. Maybe I can like come back here and like clean the windows.
I mean, whatever pays, right?
Exactly. I can even I can be like a bus driver for the school.
That's.
I mean,
that's
you
a job
can
that-
even
Yeah.
fix the 2 lights that are dead
Like,
above us.
I already drove a minivan, so like I don't see what's wrong with like driving a bus. Like it's like a step up, and like I'd be interested in that. Like I respect the grind of driving a bus. It's like very challenging, you know, like all the turns and everything. Like that's a skill I'd like to have. So we'll see. Like that could be like when I retire and I don't like do aerospace anymore. Like I could become like a bus driver for like self-fulfillment, you know.
Okay. So, it was nice having you guys on the show.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Oh, wow,
I hope-
Jinx.
That you fulfill your bus dream.
Thank you. You guys can be on the bus.
Wait, is it gonna be a short bus?
I hope it's a coach bus. That's all I hope for.
If you have the money for that.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Do we get discounts?
All
Well,
right.
it was nice to see
All
you
right.
guys.
Thank you for coming. So, here come our 2 new guests. Would you like to introduce them?
Okay, our next guests are Madeline Shingleton and Kazima Muwakil. They are rank 3 and number 4. They are both also very proficient music students. So I guess my first question for you is, I guess, what do you enjoy most about your time in the music department? You want to go first?
Okay. Well, the music department here is like really tight knit, so it's fostered like a lot of my friendships. Like that one over there. So it's just like a fun experience, and it's something to do. Like for example, like now that everything is done, I have like no more concerts or recitals really to work towards. It just feels like really weird. So even though like I'm saying it's basically like a way to fill my time, it's like a meaningful way to fill my time because like it brings people happiness, and it like gave me so much connection and so many friends. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree 100%. I definitely didn't see myself joining any like sort of music anything, class or club, or now I'm like the president of the school choir. So I didn't I definitely didn't like anticipate that, but I definitely agree that it not only gave me a lot of opportunities like with traveling and performing and being a part of the concerts, which is actually like an amazing thing. It really did help me to appreciate music more and learn a lot about it, like the history of music theory, which is kind of crazy, but it's definitely something really interesting and make a lot of new connections and a lot of my closest friends that I have now.
So were you both in band or just like one choir, one band, or is it all like
Band.
so what instruments did you guys like choose and why?
Well, so I actually come from a really musical family, so I was started on the piano at the age of 7. I did not want to go to my first lesson. I like screamed and cried. But then when it like came to 4th grade, when they give you like the sheet with all the instruments on it, I actually came home and I was like, "Mom, I want to play the violin." And she said, "No, you're not
Yeah.
allowed to play that." So now I play the cello and the piano. So I'm in like the school orchestra and I'm in the jazz band. I've accompanied the choir. I've played cymbals and timpani for the band. Just like whoever needs me to help, I'll help. So that's what I do.
Yeah, so again, didn't I don't play an instrument. I mean, unless you consider, I guess, vocal cords an instrument. But I know, like in the Amityville district, students pick like sometimes, right? They like pick something in like middle school, or elementary, and they kind of stick with it. But I didn't have that coming from Queens and Brooklyn, the area that I grew up in. So chorus was just something they gave me, and it happened to work out, and I happened to love it. In my part time or like in my personal time, I do play the classical guitar. I've been doing that for a few years, and it's chorus has actually helped me a lot with learning about musical notes and whatnot. And so I'd say it's a win-win, honestly, for either side.
So what are your guys' plans for plans for Thank you guys. But so what are your guys' plans for after high school?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So, I'm going to SUNY Geneseo in the fall, and I'm going to be majoring in adolescent education for social studies with a minor in Spanish. I plan to become a teacher, obviously, which is hence the adolescent education. It's mainly because I've been inspired by the teachers that I have, and I really have a love for history. I actually wanted to be a vet for like a good 6 years, but around like my freshman year, I was like, you know what, I researched the career, and I was like, you know, maybe this isn't for me. So for like a year or two, I was like, I'm not really sure, and then I felt like teaching was my calling. But I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do because like the early 20s and for the next couple of years, a lot of things can happen. I plan to study abroad and I plan to get involved in a lot of things. So for a few years, I'm not really sure exactly how that's gonna end up, but I know definitely I want to end up like teaching and being an influence in students' lives because I think that's something really amazing.
So I'm enrolled in Colgate University. I'm actually wearing their sweatpants right now. I would stand up and show you, but I don't want to knock anything down, ruin your setup. But I like put down biology and music as my majors, but that's because I just had to put something. But I'm actually not sure what I want to major in, cause like I didn't really have a lot of pressure to decide, cause like my mom, for example, she majored in like English tutor history and now she owns a crystal shop. So my mom is like living proof that like what you major in doesn't like really matter, like what you'll end up like for what you'll end up doing as your job. So she kind of like taught me that college was a place to like discover yourself and your interests. So like the first couple years are just like to like take classes and see what you like. So that's what I'm gonna do. And Colgate actually has like an orchestra. Well, obviously most colleges do, but they have a really good chamber music program. So I also want to do that because I like to do chamber music, and maybe I'll join their recreational badminton team. Cindy knows how much I love badminton. So does Kazima. Um, I don't really know what I want to do for my job, but I know that like college will help me discover that because like it can help me be away from like my parents. No offense to my parents, but like sometimes they can kind of like push what they want
Yeah.
No.
onto you. So like this is just gonna be like the first time I'm away, and then I could like really discover what I want to do. So that's like my plan. Yeah.
So what exactly would you say is like your favorite memory from the music department?
Do you want to go first or?
You can go.
Okay, so my favorite memory was actually the Triumph field trip this year. I remember the day me and Miss Francie like chose what we were gonna do. So we go to watch the New York Phil rehearse because it's actually free for schools to go for a field trip there, And we were like looking at like the catalogs of all the different pieces they were rehearsing each day. And me and Miss Fronte saw that they were doing the Romeo and Juliet fantasy overture, and we were like, oh my god, we have to go. So we went, and even though I like really did not feel good that day, I still had a really great time. And they also were rehearsing a cello concerto, which I really loved, obviously, because that's the instrument I play. I brought my score like a nerd to follow along in the sheet music at the rehearsal. But it was just like a really fun time, and the Romeo and Juliet fantasy overture is just like so beautiful. Like not just the famous part, like the whole 20 minutes of it. So I really loved just like sitting there and soaking it all in, because it's like one of the best orchestras in the world.
Wow. It's gonna make my like favorite memory sound like well, it's definitely not as grand, even though I hear about how beautiful the Philharmonic is. I'm jealous. But I'd say obviously the concerts and the end parts especially have been something really meaningful to me and a lot of music students. A lot of my favorite memories are definitely just in the rehearsal room. And like when we're all like I've always been just so fond of singing as a group. I think it's such a powerful thing. It transcends like cultures and traditions and time and history. And just like when we're singing a really good piece and everybody's really into it, there was this one song we were singing a few months ago. And everyone was just really happy that day. Everyone was present. Everyone was singing right. Everyone was on key, surprisingly. And it just, for once. And, you know, Garcia, like our conductor, he was just like, he was in it. Like, he was in it like a bee, you know? And we were just all like giving our best energy. And then when we finally ended the last note, it was just silent afterwards. And you could just feel like the energy of pride and just like feeling of success in the room and just everyone feeling like as one body and one voice. And that's something I really love about the choir. And I'd say memories like that, moments like that are definitely like my favorite moments and times just in the orchestra room where we practice.
So you said that music played a major part for both of you. So is is there a particular artist that plays a big part for both of you, or is it just music department here at Amityville?
I don't know. There's so many.
Well, I could say, by way of a particular artist, like I mentioned, my family is really musical. So like my grandmother, she's a singer. She teaches voice. My grandpa, he's a professor at Post. That's not what it's called anymore. Is it LIU? Music theory professor. Oh. Okay. So my grandparents just like really pushed me, and like they paid for my instruments and they paid for my lessons and my dues to be in all of these out of school choirs, which are really expensive. So I'm very grateful to them for helping me to like go to all these things and like paying for all the materials that I need to help me like become a better musician, because I know not a lot of people can afford that because it's like a really expensive hobby. So I would just say my grandparents have really like helped me learn.
Yeah, well, I don't really come from a very musical family, I'd say. In fact, my siblings are horrible singers. And I figure that out every day, you know, during shower time and whatnot. Anyways, but like I said, I joined the choir like just by happenstance. But I came from a history of dance. Throughout my middle school years and early and later elementary school years, I was a dancer. Different genres, jazz, ballet, African style, hip hop. So music has been a big part of like just who I am and just how I move and how I express myself and my arts. So yeah, like I just say that it definitely gave me a platform to further express myself, and then picking up the guitar and just having all those methods of just expression and just music and liveliness, and I just think it's such an integral part of like life in general. And I don't know, it just brings me so much happiness, and it's so fulfilling when I get a piece down or when I finally get a bar chord correct or when I figure out how to sing a high note that I felt like I couldn't do. I just think it's honestly amazing and it's beautiful. It really is. So I'm just glad to be a small part of something that big.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much for appearing and answering our questions.
Thank you guys.
Yes,
It was
thank you
Of course,
guys.
thank you.
Oh.
Music. Well, that was enjoyable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you play any instrument?
Yeah. I actually play a saxophone in band. Actually, yeah. I just switched like in 10th grade. It's been a fun time. Okay.
Welcome.
Nice. So this is our next guest, Ramisa Chowdhury.
And familiar
Oh,
face.
oh, thank you.
So she actually just started this year. Considering like you're new to this school, is there anything that you would say like you enjoyed here, or like is there something that you miss from your old school?
I would say that I really enjoyed like the clubs probably, and then meeting new people, because I think it was hard for me to adjust at first because I really didn't know anyone and I was like super introverted. But I feel like talking with other people, they were really nice here, and I feel like it made it less intimidating. And then also, I feel like being at the broadcasting club also like helped me like expand more, like to be more talkative, I guess. Like I don't I didn't really like interviewing people that much. I don't know. I didn't find it enjoying. I found it very hard, I guess. But then I think I got over it as I did it and like wrote my scripts and stuff. I feel like that was also enjoyable. Yeah.
So, what are your plans for after Amityville?
After Amityville, well, I'm going to be going to Farmingdale State College. To be so my major is bioscience. I'm not sure what I want to really do with it for now, but I was thinking I wanted to go to dental school afterwards, but it's gonna be a long road, so I'm probably gonna be in school for a very very long time. So
I mean, that's good. We don't got many like doctors out here.
I know it's crazy.
Everybody want to start a
Yeah.
business. We need some doctors.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah,
Mhm.
but I'm probably gonna be in debt for like a good
Oh, wow.
4 years. It's gonna be great. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
That,
Yeah, a lot of debt.
I mean, but like you're talking about like dental science though. Like, what specifically is drawing you to like be like to pursue such a career?
I think growing up, because I was shadowing my uncle with his dental business, I feel like that really like shaped me into like really enjoying it, because I really like the patients and connecting with them, but then also like how to use the tools obviously, and I feel like that also helped, and my uncle like being in the background, talking me through it, I feel like that's why. But we'll see, like as the years goes on, because I'm not really sure as years goes on.
so when you have to pull someone's wisdom tooth and have to put them
Oh,
on
yeah,
laughing gas, that's gonna be interesting.
that's gonna be interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really find like blood like really. I don't. I don't think it's like an ick for me. I think I can do it. But I feel like it's like a lot of studying, and a lot of, teeth. I guess. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of teeth. It's gonna be great.
All right. So
Yeah. That's interesting.
Interesting way
Wait,
to spin it
yeah.
off to end, but
yeah.
thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
And thank you for
having me.
joining us on the broadcast
Of
for the
course.
whole year.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
All right. I mean, good to hear like like change of careers. We've had a lot of like science
Yeah.
majors here, so this would be interesting to see.
I mean, hopefully I'm not the first person to get drilled, but cross my fingers.
All right. So our next guest is Paola Rivas. Oh, Paola Rivas. My apologies.
That's okay.
Okay. So I hear you've been here for like 2 years.
Yes.
Could you reflect on those 2 years? Like, what was your favorite moment here?
Honestly, my favorite moment had just happened. It was recently prom. I don't know if you guys have went to prom. I found it so fun. Honestly, it was so much different than what I expected. It was very lively, and that's what I really enjoy about this school. I feel like it's very outgoing, and you definitely meet a lot of new people and a lot of different perspectives, and I really enjoy that about this school.
Wow.
I mean, prom was a sight to see. It was very,
Eventful.
yeah,
Very eventful.
that sounds about right, yeah.
It was very nice, though. It was very nice to see everybody like in a different element and just in a different environment. It's nice to see people outside of school.
So, after high school, what are your like plans? What do you want to do?
Well, after high school, I'm going to Farmingdale State College. I heard the person before here say that too, so that made me excited because I know I'm going to see familiar faces, so that's nice. But I'm going to go for child development and psychology because I really enjoy kids. So I don't know exactly what I want to do specifically
Mhm.
with that, but I know for a fact I want to work with kids.
Okay. Is there like something that drew you to like that like career goal? Like, did you take like AP Psych or something like that?
I did take AP Psych, and
Mhm.
I feel like taking AP Psych kind of like made me reflect on how big of a field that psychology is and all the different routes that I can take just with pursuing that. And I know I've always been more drawn to kids, so I know that's something that I want to definitely pursue
Mhm.
and that I want to follow something that I know is like in my heart because I know every time I see a kid, it's kind of like I'm drawn to them and like in a way that I want to study them more profound, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I find that very like intriguing. Like, I know a
Mhm.
lot of people like want to go into psychology, but you seem to be like very like, even though you're saying like you don't know where you want to go with it, like you know specifically what part of psychology you want to
Like the
get
passion
into.
is
Definitely.
there and ready
Yeah.
to be.
Definitely. Like I
Mhm.
can't wait to finally work hands on like studying. I can't wait to actually study what I really like. Like I really love kids and I feel like just learning about them and like learning how to be patient with them and things like that is going to be something that is really going to help me as a person in general and help me grow to be the person that I want to become.
Mhm. Is there like a specific like thing that you want to study? Because I know there's like a lot of like studies out there with children,
Mhm.
but is there anything that you want to look further into?
Definitely. So I
Mhm.
actually had recently discovered this thing called like play therapy for children, and I found that very intriguing and interesting because I didn't realize how many different ways that there's for children to express themselves. Like obviously for us as like older people, we're kind of like expected to communicate through language and things like that, but children express themselves in a different way, and I feel like that's just so interesting to me and so like it can help me understand even adults better.
So you're interested in like the whole developmental process of from like beginning to end, sort of.
Exactly, yeah. So it's kind of like I like to understand the reasons why certain things are the way they are. So kind of like the way that children develop and things like that.
Okay. Out of like your 2 years here, is there any like clubs that you joined that like help with the passion or like any sports or anything like that?
I didn't, but I would say I got to learn a lot of like, well, I got to know a lot of different people and really make new friends and discover, well, I also had a lot of new role models, I would say. Like I had people that I could look up to and learn from. Like for example, Mr. Grice, he has helped me a lot this year. Like when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like he's helped like ease my mind with what I want to do after college, and I don't feel like um being unrealistic with my dreams and things like that. Now I feel like I'm more at ease with what I want to do with my future and just focusing on the present.
You have very intelligent answers.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
So, thank you for coming and answering our
Thank you, of
questions.
course.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
Mhm.
you.
All right. That was an interesting interview, I
Yeah.
would say. I know like Kazima like did want to go into like teaching children as well. So like who knows, like maybe they could like exchange notes or like help each other.
Yeah. And here we have two athletes here at Amityville coming right up.
All right. So here with us we have Charisse Quintine Best, and we have next to her Asia Francis.
Hello, Sydney.
Hello. So, like Lucas said, you guys are athletes. So I guess my first question is like, what is your favorite sport, or what did you enjoy most, with your sports activities here? Go for it.
Okay. I would say lacrosse. I've been on lacrosse team since 10th grade. It was weird at first, like learning how to play with my left hand. I'm like a righty, so I'm like, but like when you learn the game, it kind of makes sense to play with your left hand. It's easier to throw it at the goalie. But other than that, lacrosse was like the only sport I played. I played wrestling for like 2 weeks. It was
It's
okay,
the
but
effort that counts.
it was just too much for me, honestly. And also, I had to study for a major test to get into like NASA. But yeah,
Yeah, my favorite sport's basketball. I've been playing basketball since 7th grade.
Ooh, okay.
My favorite memory was the senior game because this year we really like improved because as majority of you guys know, we don't really win games.
Mhm.
So us seeing the progress, it really like you can see the improvement because we won a lot more games this year. The senior game was the last game, but we won. It was great, and yeah.
I will say I did enjoy seeing the basketball games this year. Nothing,
you
no
didn't see
shade to
lacrosse?
lacrosse.
What happened? What
Because
happened
I
to
know,
lacrosse?
I think it was like.
Listen, we didn't cover lacrosse. That's not on
Yeah.
us.
I have seen you guys play though, and you guys are a very talented team for like just starting out in Amityville. So that's
Yeah,
kudos to you guys.
thank
But
you.
I do want to say kudos to the basketball team as
Oh
well.
yeah, they
I've
did.
seen
You
the
guys did really
improvements.
good.
Great.
It's just the start. It's just the beginning.
Can't wait to see how like the younger players as well like continue to grow after the seniors leave.
I mean, you guys had an 8th grader playing with you.
Yeah,
For-
she's
Yeah.
really, really good, and for her to continue on playing with us, really like it's good.
So obviously you guys are very passionate about your sports. I guess like we've asked everybody, like what are your future plans out of Amityville, and are you guys like planning to play these sports in the colleges or trade schools or whatever you're gonna do later on in the future?
No.
Okay.
Well, that was straightforward.
Damn. All right.
Honestly, like the major that I'm doing rad tech. I will not have time to play lacrosse. Honestly, it's a good high school sport, but for me to do it in college, no. I'm more looking towards like rugby. I would love to play rugby. I would
Okay,
make time
see
for rugby.
you.
Oh
I
my
see you.
gosh.
You went from like lacrosse, rugby,
Right.
just straight into the deep end of
It
like.
looks fun. Like I've seen like other people play rugby. I'm like, I want to do that.
All right, go to Australia.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, they got spider storms. Absolutely not. Yes, they do.
Oh nah, have fun over there.
I'm not going over there. I'm staying right here.
What about you, Aisha?
I'm going to Suffolk, and I'm on the team. I'll be playing basketball for
Oh,
Suffolk
congratulations.
while also studying graphic design
Mhm.
because I'm into art. I draw.
Mhm.
So changing, because usually I'm like more of a drawer like on paper, but since I went to tech this year for graphic design, I'm getting more into the field of like drawing
Digital.
on digitally,
Yeah.
right? Hmm.
I guess like cuz you guys mentioned pretty good like majors, like what does it like entail? Cuz like I know graphic design is like a lot of like drawing, but like is there anything more labor intensive to it? And like rad tech I've never heard of. So I want to know like more about it.
Rad tech, like, you go to the doctor. Let's say you break your leg. Oh no, my leg. You go to
My leg.
you go to the doctor and you get an X-ray. So I would be the person that like talks to you, tells you like exactly what's gonna happen. You lay down, I scan you, I see if anything's broken, but I don't tell you exactly anything because I'm not a doctor. But it could be like a lot of things. Like there's interventional radiologic technology, and they make like $400,000 a year.
Ooh.
And it's
Share.
so like you're helping the doctors come with like a medicine and a treatment. Like that's really cool. Like I would love to do that after I get into like the program. But it's nice. I like being able to like determine exactly what's wrong with someone, looking like on a screen and like actually being able to see their body and like their bones, their nervous system, and everything like that. Like, it's really cool.
Okay, graphic design. What was the question? Just like
Is there like more like labor intensive like activities that go with it?
I mean, not really. It's just like classes you take. Like you have to like learn the history of art, all that other stuff, and then like learning how to use different softwares and being able to really like give what your client wants and being able to portray it the right way and give it attention to everybody else.
So like are you going to be like selling like art as well, like graphic art, like working for a company afterwards?
That's the plan.
I mean, we know your plan's going to be rugby, so.
If not volleyball, I'm
Yeah.
honestly down for anything but lacrosse.
Boy,
I love the
Wow.
sport, but I just can't play it anymore.
you burnt out from it.
Yes.
All right. So it was lovely meeting you. Well, getting to know about your future plan.
Oh, I didn't say what college I'm going to.
Oh,
Oh,
what college?
Oh, I'm going to
Uh-huh.
LIU, Long Island University,
Mhm.
doing rad tech.
Thank you so much for answering our
Thank
question.
you.
Welcome.
You're
Good luck
welcome.
in the
Thank you for
future.
having us.
Honestly, these last few oh.
So once again, this is the Amityville Senior Tribute Show. I'm your host, Lucas Torres, joined by Sydney Blake.
Yes. Okay. So the next person is Joanna Algarin.
Hello.
Okay. So I guess our first question to you was, what is your favorite memory from Amityville?
Honestly, some of my favorite memories were being in Mr. Bueno's class sophomore year, walking into his class and him having like bachata playing or like some old school merengue, because that's just how he is. But it would always brighten my day. He was one of the best teachers.
You ever try his hot sauce?
100%. Oof. Oof.
I
Had a
still
whole-
haven't.
My whole fridge used to be full of his hot sauces.
Wait, which one's your favorite flavor?
Ooh, I like the garlic one. It's my favorite. It's so good.
Mr. Bueno, sponsor us.
Please do. Please do.
But so, after high school, what are your plans going forward?
So I'm going to Suffolk. I'm gonna major in communications, and then later on get into social media marketing, and then hopefully down the line get into bartending. But yeah, so that's like kind of the plan. This summer I'm just working, getting my money up or whatever. But yeah, just simple things. Yeah.
Oh. I mean, it really does seem like, I know a lot of people come up here and they're like, I want to major in this and I want to do this, but like you have like a full plan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're ready to go.
There's been a whole thought process to this. It was very stressful at first because everybody's like, oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I'm like, I have no idea. But, I got to figure it out.
Okay.
And hey, you have it all lined up and ready to go, so
Yes.
that's what counts. There's no more pressure now. It's just gotta set the plan in motion.
Yep, exactly.
So, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
It was
Easiest interview of my life. We have a good one.
You too.
You too.
All right. So, so our next two guests are Bryce Benjamin and Derek Prince. They're both very interesting athletes. They're both on the track team, as far as I know.
He's a runner. He's a track star. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having us here. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So, first off, what sports are you in, and what's your favorite memory in the sports department?
We run track and field, so pretty much that's about it. What's your favorite memory, Derek?
As he said, we run track and field. My favorite memory about track and field is running at Penn Relays. It's a prestigious meet where a lot of schools from all over the nation, even in Jamaica and stuff like that, come to compete in relay events. So I think that was like my best memory. But we went there like all 3 years out of the track. My favorite time was this year for sure. So yeah, because we actually won a heat. So yeah.
Yeah, this is only my first year for doing this for real, so I'll probably have to say like my number one memory would probably be like nationals, cause I was just with my main teammates.
Yeah, that's right.
And we had fun. That's about it.
I mean, that's the most important thing. Just if you're gonna play a sport, you want to have fun with it. Well, besides also winning, that's a little bit of fun. Hey.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to continue going into track and field after high school, or?
See, no, I'm not opposed to it, but personally, I'd rather not do it. Just because of my major. I'm gonna be a little bit too busy. Well, not a little bit. I'm gonna be really busy. as far as like the biology standpoint. So it's really like a intensive course that I don't really want to mess up for my future. So I don't really see myself doing track. I'm not opposed to it, but if I'm approached saying, "Oh, you should try out this, that, and third," I'll probably do it.
And as far as myself, I am going to be running track at the next level in the college I'm going to be going to, which is Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, which is Division II college. So I do plan to run track there, and make it work with my schedule and my class that we'll be taking, which I'm going to be going on an English major on a preload track. So I think it'll be like I want to say easy, but good for me to work through. Not nothing crazy on his end, like he said. So yeah.
I guess like my main question, because you both do track, but like, were there any other sports that you did, and like, what really led you to like finally land on like track?
Oh, I play basketball.
Mhm.
I'm allowed to be honest on here, right?
Depends on how honest.
You just gotta.
All right, well, I probably won't say that. I mean, I just fell in love with track more than I did with basketball. Even though I was playing basketball, majority of the years of my life. So, I just ended up running track. I enjoyed it more. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I played football at first when it came to track. Leading up to track, I just found myself enjoying the sport more because it was really like an individual sport. And, like everything's on you most of the time, especially in track. Like whereas opposed to football, it's a team thing. You can't blame it on nobody but yourself. And I like track because it's a sport that holds yourself accountable. If you didn't get the results you want, then you didn't put in the work or you didn't do something right. So that was on you. It's up to you to fix those mistakes. And I feel like that's the thing that's really important about life. And I like that track teaches you about stuff like that. Teamwork is good to know about, like that it focuses on the inner and the one person like yourself. So yeah.
So is it like safe to say that you both enjoy track because it's like it gives you like an independence type of thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, yeah, that also. But it's also just really refreshing because, like, there's just, like, it's not just, like, the same thing over and over again. Like, you have bad days, good days, and sometimes it's going to be your best day. And that's, like, the greatest you ever do, It's just, like, anything can happen. And plus, it's just so open. Like, you meet so many different people. There's a lot of outlets to it.
I mean, you guys can always go up against someone that could be faster than you, and you
Yeah.
just might not know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, Derek said his school. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to UAlbany. Yeah.
All right. So thank you both for appearing.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys get running.
Yes, of course. To class.
Good luck to
All right.
both of you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Appreciate it a lot.
All right. So those were our two athletes. A little bit different compared to our other two. There was actually we know it's kind of the same. Both there was at least one person.
So once again, this is our Amityville Senior Tribute Show, and it's going pretty well. And we have our next guest.
Our next guest is Magina Sincere. Okay, so for those of you who may not know, we have a World Language Honor Society at the school, and Magina here was recently honored at the induction that happened last week. I guess like my first question to you is like, you speak obviously like a good amount of languages. What does like language and communication mean to you?
Can you repeat it again, please?
What does language and communication mean to you?
I think language is like a very way to communicate with so many people, many cultures, specific. Like if you go somewhere, another place, and you speak like more than one language, it could be so easy for you to understand and yeah.
So what languages do you speak?
I speak French, Haitian Creole, and English.
How long did it like when did you learn each one?
Creole is my native language, and I learned French at school when I was in my home country. And when I came in the U.S. last year, I learned English. Yeah.
Will you say like, cause you just transferred this year, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that there was like much of like a culture shock at first, or was there like at first like a struggle to communicate with others like effectively?
What?
Like when you first came to like the US,
Yeah.
would you say that like you struggled a bit like adjusting to the culture and everything?
Yeah, I struggle a little bit with the English because I couldn't understand the pronunciation. It was different, and I came like March 2023, and I came to school in April 2023. So it was a little bit difficult for me. I couldn't understand the teachers, what was they saying, but every day I learn new words. So yeah.
So, after Amityville, what are your plans?
I plan to go into college for nursing. Yeah.
Is it
Which college?
Maybe Farmingdale or Nassau. I don't know.
so? Thank you for joining us here, and good luck on your ventures.
Thank you so much.
A lot of nursing students that are
Yeah.
coming up in the rising.
A lot of like scientists, doctors. I'm hopeful for the future right now. A lot of doctors and scientists over here. Uh, our next, uh, our next guest is Tatiana Martinez. She is an prolific athlete, a prolific musician as well. So, Tatiana, you do a lot of things. You're very busy. What would you say is like your favorite thing in the music department?
Probably my favorite thing in the music department is like our trips to Newsday or when we did the marching band in the city for St. Patrick's Day. That was pretty fun. I also like performing in the pit. I remember I did the pit for In the Heights. What was the other one that we did? I think it wasn't Mamma Mia. It was
The Wiz?
yeah, that one. That one was pretty fun as well. Just all amazing experiences with music.
So, is there like a favorite memory that you have, like from your sports time that you?
Oh, from my sports times. So I have like this tradition. I've had it. I started in junior year where I would take a picture with every number 7 I would go against because my jersey was number 7. So it was something that I kept going on until senior year, and then for my senior year, I made a collage with all of them. So it was really nice to like go back, I guess, experience them all over again. And I also won all league for softball this year.
Oh wow!
So that's pretty fun. I
Congratulations.
have my ceremony tomorrow. So, yeah.
Okay.
So even when you were kicking their butt, you would just be like, "Hey, can I get a picture?"
Yeah, I just like they were like destroying us. I'd be like, "Can I get a picture with you? Like it's my senior year." They were really nice about it, all of them.
I mean, that's pretty sweet. It's like your own version of like a jersey swap.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah. What would you say like are your future plans after Amityville?
Well, I'm gonna be attending Siena College upstate, so I hope to become a psychiatrist. For some reason, like a few months ago, like that was not at all in my plans and everything. I was gonna like major in finance, but it was just a major switch that I did probably like a few weeks ago. So, yeah.
So it sounds very like lined up. You're not going to continue to play softball while in college.
Probably not. No.
Not even like maybe club or.
It depends. It all depends on the opportunities and the time that I'll have up there.
No.
You know, because I feel like once I'm up there, I feel like my main focus would be mostly on my studies and trying to graduate early because I know psychiatry is a very long practice that.
Long winding road.
Yes, very long. So.
Is there a specific area that you want to go into or?
Probably either children. I'd like to do like be like a child psychiatrist or probably just a regular adult psychiatrist as well. Maybe in the future open up my own psychiatric hospital, but I could be asking for too much at that point.
It's not a bad thing to dream big. So, thank you so much for appearing and
Thank you.
answering our questions.
Right,
It was a
thank
pleasure.
you.
Enjoy your ceremony tomorrow.
Thank you.
So,
All right.
wow. We got a lot of people that are staying local and then shooing away all the way upstate.
But I mean, like they're dreaming big though. So I
Yeah.
mean, oh, okay. So our next guest is Kevin Almansar. Oh,
What's up?
all right.
Welcome.
So, uh, what do you plan to do after here?
Ooh, let's see. Well, career-wise, I'm, planning to either go to the military or maybe like go to college, maybe like Farmingdale, something.
I mean, it's a very huge commitment to like go into the military, so I do commend you for that.
Thank you.
Is there any like branch in particular that you want to enter into?
Um, Maybe the Army or the Air Force. Kind of stuck in between those two.
No Marines for you. I know that
Yeah,
we have.
Marines is, like tough guy, gung ho. Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that we have almost a little bit of a history here at Amityville with a lot of our seniors going into the Marines. So I was just curious on that.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, it's just as everyone knows, military comes with a lot of benefits, and I'm just
Get
trying to
yourself a Hellcat.
yeah, yeah, just uh, yeah, just just trying to take advantage of the system.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
that
props
smart.
to you, buddy.
Yep,
Take your 4 years and then free schooling.
yep.
But yeah, so if I'm correct, you were on track or soccer?
I'm actually I don't play any sports.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm kind of like I keep to myself. I'm kind of introverted like that, but yeah, just haven't really found myself to take any interest in sports.
so what's like the main thing that kept you pursuing like either the military or college?
My family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just my family. It's a lot of convincing from my stepfather. It's mainly with him. It's the military. My mom. It's all college. So,
I mean, like if you were to go to college, like what do you think like your major would be?
uh, maybe not even maybe probably graphic design because I'm taking advertising in BOCES right now. So, yep.
Do you think like you have like I guess like the commitment to like start these new programs and stuff like that? Because as our past guest has said, like you're learning different programs and softwares.
Mhm.
Do you think like you have like the patience for that? I guess.
Oh, believe me, I am very patient when it comes to everything.
I mean, that sounds fair. It sounds like you have your options very open, but
Mhm.
you're not too close about it.
Yeah, I can just I just roll with the punches.
That's a very great characteristic to have as going into adulthood. So.
Mhm.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Enjoy your endeavors and
Good luck in the
Yeah.
future.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. So that's our first military
Yeah.
volunteer. So that's definitely a change of scenery.
And once again, this is our Amityville Senior Tribute Show.
Yes. Okay. Our next guests are Derica Leggett and Bryce Pierre Louise. So, you guys are pretty, I would say, in my opinion, very influential individuals in the school. So, I guess one question I would say is, what's some advice you would give to other students that will be in your position?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
For like incoming like high school kids, like I would say, stay very true to yourself. Like don't like let the influence really get to you. Try to have like the same friend group. Like don't switch up. Like I'm telling you now, it'll be the worst thing you could ever do. Like it's stupid and it's annoying. And just like be with people like that have your back all the time. Like don't be just sitting there and just letting them. No.
Run over you.
Yeah.
The first thing I would say is probably, that's actually kind of a good question. Don't care what anybody says, like literally. Like don't care about what's trending, what's not trending. Don't care about who says what about you and stuff like that, because haters are going to talk, so it's okay. And another thing that I would say to students is have fun. Like you only live once. You literally YOLO. You live once. You're a high school teenager. Turn up.
I mean, yeah.
Literally.
I mean,
And like,
realistically, it's like, who's really gonna care? It's 4 years,
Exactly.
and then what? The fifth year, you're not. You might. I would hope that you're not in high school still, but
you can't say the same for Sam.
oh,
And it's like one like looking back in it, like looking back on the high school like experience, you want to like experience, you want to be able to tell your kids that, oh yeah, I went to prom, I went to homecoming, I did all these things. But if you don't go, then what could you really tell them? Like, you need to do it for the memories.
Oh yeah, and when you like do start and like they bring up like the campaigns, don't listen to none of them. Do what you need to do to win,
Do
to
what you
secure the
need to
bag. There's no
do.
such thing as poor sportsmanship. I don't.
Do what you need to do.
I went to the stores. I sold goodie bags for everybody that voted for me,
And
and I won
And
class
we won.
treasurer,
Yep.
and we won.
And we won.
I never played.
you guys just buy your votes. Buy your votes.
It literally.
That's literally what
Oh
they
my.
do.
Trump did it.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay, so you guys are very opinionated individuals.
Like I
Oh.
said, don't let nobody tell you.
Literally.
Exactly.
Literally. And don't get into all the drama because it really messes you up your senior year. Like
Okay.
I promise. Like you think that you get into all these little altercations and all that now freshman year, and then senior year. Oh, you can't go on that trip. Oh, you can't be prom
Okay.
queen. Ooh, you can't-
Next question.
Like,
Next question. Next question.
What are your favorite classes?
Like classes like
Subject wise,
I guess like in general, like your 4 years here. Like, what's your favorite?
AP African American Studies.
no, we'll have to go out. Shout out to Miss Myers. Yeah,
No,
English.
shout out to,
Yeah.
oh, I never had her.
Oh my gosh, during COVID year, and I had her after that, and I like Mr. Geist too. He's really chill. You guys
Yeah,
should
he
all
is.
have him.
Yes. Yes, make sure you
Y'all should
take
all
his
have
super
him.
public policy class.
Literally, it's very easy. Just pay attention.
So yeah, mine is African American Studies. It's a pretty easy class, and you learn more about, like, you learn an add-on to what you already have learned in like U.S. history and stuff like that. It just goes deeper into African American people and how we got here. I mean, personally, I liked it because I like history, so I thought it was pretty easy, and it was a fun class. Like, the people who were in it were very hilarious, very, very funny. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. With Miss Ryan's class, like it was just fun. Like it was like no boring subjects. They were like fun topics, like the genocide with like Africa and all that. Like it just. Oh, are we outside on here?
No, you're good. You're
Oh. Yeah, I'm not. Gonna, it is fun. It was not bad. Like I don't know.
well,
I just
I
love
mean,
English.
It's never.
Oh wait, I have another class. When I was in 10th grade, I had Mr. Bueno. That was such a fun class. His
Yeah.
Spanish
Shout out
class.
Mr. B's hot sauce.
Shout out to his hot sauce because that hot sauce is good. But yeah,
I hated the
it was
class.
so. Ooh.
the whole 4 quarters.
Oh, I loved it. It
Oh
was
my
so much
God.
fun. He would switch it up. We would play games. It was really fun. And he's always just laughing. Like, he always has jokes. And most of the time they're not even funny, but that's the funny part that he can't really touch.
Oh, Miss Milan's class. That's
Miss
fun
Milan's
too. The
class.
intro to
Shout out to-
coding.
Shout out to Miss Milan. We love her. We love her. I had her 4 years in a row. 3 years in a row, actually.
You got left back.
No, I think.
Oh.
Wow.
No, I had her in 10th grade for hospitality and tourism, and then I had her last year for a senior class because they didn't have anywhere to put me, and then I had her again for that same class because
Oh yeah, upcoming freshmen. Yeah, we don't have all that money, so we'll just put you
Oh
anywhere.
wow. Okay. You guys were such lovely.
So, anyways,
guests.
what are your plans for college?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Political science, maybe.
Oh no,
No,
I'm going to Clark Atlanta University. Go Panthers, the best school in the AUC. Thank you. And I'm studying educational studies, and I'm probably gonna double major in history as well, so I could be a history teacher. You?
I'm going to St. John's University. I'm gonna be majoring in social worker. I want to be a medical social worker. Not really. That's
Okay.
pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Yep.
you guys for gracing
Thank
us with
you.
your presence.
Bye, y'all.
Good luck.
Thank you. This was fun.
It was. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. We're signing out.
Signing out.
We're
I
signing
was about
out.
to say the same thing as our last time.
Okay. Those were very much our most lively guests.
Definitely. Definitely possible future
Yeah.
lawyers too.
Yes. Um. So our our next
You got to
guest
keep yourself
is
together. Come on. You're okay.
our next guest is Christian Jean Bart. Uh, okay. Okay.
Welcome.
Hello.
So I understand that you were on the track team. So, what is your favorite sports memory?
Uh, it's too many. It's too many. I feel like my favorite memory out of both of my junior and senior year was probably when we went to Adidas Nationals my senior year and going over to Virginia. I think it was something different, something I didn't experience going like to a different state for a sport. It was one of my first times. Uh, when we was on the Amtrak, it was too many funny moments. Like there was one time one of my friends threw a gum wrapper at one of my other friends. And he was like, "Oh, how you threw booger at me?" And it was like one of the funniest moments. He just wouldn't stop laughing. We all like, I feel like it just strengthened our bond more as a team. And I feel like that's what you need when it comes to like being an athlete. Know how to bond with your teammates and not always try to fight with them.
What are your future plans after high school?
I plan to go in the Morehouse. Come on, Clark. What? Let's be for real. Morehouse, the better school. But I do plan to get my dual engineering degree. For I'll do my first 3 years in Morehouse, and then I'll transfer, and then I'll go to a place like A&T to finish getting my engineering degree. I'm going for electrical engineering.
So we're going to be kind of similar in that aspect. I'm going to Manhattan College for mechanical engineering, so it's like kind of neighboring it.
Yeah.
So what particularly made you pick that major? Was it like a class you took, or is it something?
I feel like when I first started taking BOCES Tech, the class I took was basically the trade, like electrical work, hands-on, and things like that, and I really fell in love with it. And then the aspect of doing math and stuff, I feel like to me is not that hard. Where the physics and stuff, I find that interesting also. So I just aligned those two, and then how I ended up finding my major.
So did you have like any type of favorite class here at Amityville, or is it more like tech was the thing that drove it hard?
Dang, I'm trying to think. I had a lot of good classes. I mean, this one doesn't really consider as a class, but when it was, it doesn't really consider as a class. But when we did have seminar, that was probably one of my favorite like times. Like my sophomore year, probably one of the funniest moments like my school year out of my 4 years, because we just do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, we get our stuff done, like if we're making stuff up and things of that nature. But like when it's time to like goof off and stuff, when we didn't need to do work, it was probably one of the funniest times like at all ever.
So thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Yeah.
Hey, Morehouse, no Clark. Don't do that.
Enjoy.
All right. So I believe we have one more guest. Yennefer Aru is our next guest. Okay. Okay.
All right.
So,
Welcome.
yeah.
Good afternoon, since it is now like, I don't know, there's
It's
no
like
clocks.
ninth period.
Yeah, it
Oh.
is.
Oh, damn.
Okay,
Losing
so
track of time. Call me Grace.
what was your favorite moment in Amityville Memorial High School?
Honestly, I liked that having classes with my friends because I feel like it really got us closer together. I don't know if that's about the school though.
No, it is. You met people here.
Yeah, the people that I met. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay, so what do you think you're gonna do like after Amityville?
I applied to what's that school called? Farmingdale or something like that, and I'm waiting for them to, to see if they accept me. And then if they do, I'll go and I'm gonna major in biology. If not, then I'll go into Suffolk and doing like an EMT course in the meantime. Yeah.
So what mainly inspired you to go into like EMT or biology?
Honestly, have you watched Grey's Anatomy? Yeah. I'm just
I
gonna
mean,
say that.
hey, they do have their own brand of scrubs that I just recently learned.
I saw it on TikTok too. Yeah.
I, yeah, they have their whole own brand of scrubs and everything.
That's super cool.
Pants are a little bit weird, but Grey's Anatomy scrubs.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
I can't with the sponsors, man. Okay. So is you were talking about going into like the EMT, like just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you say, like, I guess, like, outside of Grey's Anatomy or something like that? Is there anything that specifically draws you to EMT work?
Honestly, just the idea of going into medicine and getting to like help people is sounds like, good job for me. Yeah, so it's like EMT would be, I would get to like be there and like help people. Yeah.
You just want to be able to help the community and just help the people. Well,
Yeah.
Truly an empath. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
So what's your like overall favorite memory from Amityville?
I can't really think of one right now, but like, damn. I would have to say, that week when we had like a fight every other period?
Wow.
I think that was like pretty funny.
Was there like ever a point like when you were in a club or sport, and like, is there any like favorite moment from that, and did you want to carry that on into like your future endeavors?
Oh yeah, I did nursing in sophomore year with Miss Amy and Miss Rosario. It was really fun seeing what's it called? The guy that when when they're playing sports and he goes and helps with the injuries or whatever.
Oh, like what is it, sports tech, athletic tech,
something like that. It was fun seeing him go in and like show us about the stuff that he does. I really like that.
Okay.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Good luck in your future endeavors. I know you have a bright future ahead.
Thank you.
All right.
So once again, this was Amityville Senior Tribute Show, and I'm Lucas Torres, and this was Sydney Blake. But overall, we had a lot of people from like that are going to be going to colleges nearby or either going way upstate, and surprisingly, only one person may be going to the military.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like that, like, diversity though, and it was diversity, but like in a good way. Like, we had like people going to like the military, and there were so many like science majors and like STEM majors, and I was just like, this is great. Like, I know a lot of people nowadays, like, the whole thing is, let's be an influencer, let's be a business person, but like, it's great to know that there are still some people who are passionate about the sciences and want to like pursue that.
As we're on YouTube, yeah. but so one of the biggest things that we kind of realized, or at least I did, was that a lot of the people who are going to like Farmingdale or Suffolk, things that are close. So those people that are going there are going to be able to really go get the experience that they need, but also still kind of stay local with the people that they know.
Yeah, I think that's also what helps too, cause like while going away is like a good opportunity to like branch out and like become someone without like the supervision of others. It's good to stay local sometimes to like have that like strong foundation of like people like helping you and supporting you in becoming successful. So I think these students who are choosing to stay local is a pretty good decision on their part, and I wish them nothing but the best in the future.
I mean, I think we should also just take a second to congratulate us, but not only us, but the whole senior class for making it through so much between COVID and just the randomness of the past 4 years.
Yeah, like ninth grade, we were like, what is it? It was COVID, so it was like virtual, hybrid, or full person, whatever. It was an interesting experience, I would say. Like, I feel like if we had like a normal freshman year, we probably would have turned out different. But I love being virtual. It was great. English 9, I'll never forget that class.
But yeah, everyone's come such a long way, and to finally see that everyone's gonna be going out and being their own person and who they want to be, and the fact that they got to do it all here within Amityville's walls, whether it was being part of clubs like broadcasting, whether it was being in the lesser known clubs like jesters clubs and
Mhm.
things like that, or being part of orchestra, the plays, teams, it all molded them to be something. And now they get to go out into the real world and do something more.
I guess that's what like I don't know if this sounds off topic, but like I guess that's what I found so intriguing about life in general. Like you just have people from all different backgrounds with different motivations, different like interests, and like they pursue whatever they want to pursue, having different dreams, and their work ethics are obviously very different, but a lot of them are very goal oriented despite what happens here, what you hear happens here. A lot of the kids have dreams of being something great, greater than like whatever is happening in these walls. And I find that very like intriguing and great. I really am like, I guess, happy for them to like move on to bigger and better things outside of here, cuz not a lot of positivity is shared or over here. So
I mean, everyone has a dream. It's just up to that person to really go out and follow it.
Mhm.
And this is going to be our last time signing off here at Amityville.
Woo! Yay.
It's a happy but sad moment. It's a little melancholy.
Nah, I'm happy. No shade to Chimino or Grice. It was great being
Yeah, shout out
here.
to them for producing and putting up with me.
Shout out to Chimino. I don't know about Grice, but
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. um, it was a great time being on broadcasting. I know I've been a little streaky when it comes to like appearing on the camera, but I
But
am happy that I've been awarded the opportunity to host various shows, though. So yeah.
but it's been truly experience for, I think, everyone, I could say.
Yeah.
Between the basketball games and even the baseball game that they covered for one game
Yeah.
that the Wi-Fi kind of hit
That
the
was
sinkhole.
interesting.
But
Yeah.
but again, thank you to all the seniors that joined us today, and again, shout out to the whole senior class. And I think that's the most that we can do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
For
I
the
think
last time,
that's
y'all.
pretty much all.
We are signing off as two hosts for Amityville Broadcasting.
Once again, this was the Amityville Senior Tribute Show.